baller, let me tow. My own jacket's walking soul. Low within this craziness pie, you better grow. My brother African call with your soul. It's the culture that we know. You ain't no holy different stove. Ew, Mary, my name is Tali. I was born in Africa, you better Hollywood darling. Hey, yo, brother, why do you give me things that you can also talk about? Guess what? Let's check this. I think you can do something, right? You were born here, right? Tell him something about these two.
Aliwa kwagamba nchokoyo okuninja tula kalira fixi nayingidde wodda bw'oba osobola osabe weyita wakatunda bino byendese mbyogerera ate mu Luganda sembeza baaga jjamu kimuddu ate bw'okimpa tandika okuba lwapu bano bwe bawagira engalo siziraba simanyi kigwe ekyokola jjayo kimu kimu tandika okubwatula eyo bagiyita ssaawa ebala obudde kitegeeza ku nziko tolina kumala budde keera ku majja bikula osome bukedde ate bwe bubungeera ku mavivi ofukamire bikula bwekirala nga sinnaba kumala mpulira lwapu nzikubanga ate bwempanda oyo jike esaati yange ya white maybe giwe ku ya bulaka ogifuule biti gidduseemu bitboxa ntambule ate nga ninya ku stage bwenti nga mbawunsinga nti fixi deluga kyalaba kyayimbako katugende mu audience nga tonnazaako wano bwe neetegereza wano ku mmeeza ndaba waate akatunda nengera ate egiraasi ya white oba eri transparent efaananye okuba ng'eri transparent kuliko essimu yakabi gye bannagikubako antunuulidde agamba omumwana ebigamba bijjawa ekiteeteeyi kino nno ng'ate nkyagadde black and white representing african enviri za bulondi oba oluzungu ndutegedde kuliko popcorn ebyokulya nabyabiridde mpe ekiddako sanitayiza ogindeetedde mu covid abamu banywawo nnywe nga bagamba mbubwonywamu ku kawalagi eyeba sanitayiza simanyi oba kyali kituufu tambudde nenze ekiddako sikirengera ampadde masiki omumwa sijja kusiba kyentegeeza ng'agezaako okulaba eno tebo eriko reserved bagirekeddani kana akatebe ngandaba bakambaza yerayimini golodi temusonyi wa simu nabyabufuzi obucupa obunywedde busoda buweddemu weyita teeka ebyokunywa kuzina emmeeza nga bwentyo fixi nga mbeera ntambula sentineri seeti tunyumise Kampala eri etya ennaku zino sibitegeera tunyumise Kampala ennaku zino etambula etya
Kampala etambula bwe ongambye Kampala yo yalinga mwana najavula kati atambula yali muchafu najavula kati atukula yali mulera nga buli omu waayita musekerera kati no yaseka kubanga bangi bamulwanira mawanga ag'enjawulo gonna aganiriza ssebo ennimi zonna nti zoogerwa gye taboola kalata nyoomwa munzikiza aleeta kitangaala n'otejjusa nti bannange ekinnava ebunaayira atanatuukayo tukugamba nti come over obusozi musanvu bukuze no fly over ayagala osala ensabo ssebo game is over babubuke no tukula we keep law and order tuli baana ba wano mu mateeka baatuzaalira wano ne twavula ne tuyenga enfuufu mu lujja lwa wano bwetwetengereranga baatugambanga gita wano ng'owakabi mu ddulwa wangula obugoba butaano kakebe bwe twazannyanga nga bangi badduka mu mateeka wali olina okuvaawo ne weekweka nga tempo nga bulino bwakunoonyanoonya n'obula nga boogera nti sentinel saidi ako kagobaku mundange bwe twavaawo nga tutandika okuyimba.
Silicon Pay, you simply create an account on siliconpay.com. After creating the account, we have to verify your account. That is sending your KYC, and it goes through our compliance team. After verification, your account becomes live, and that's how you get started. So far, we've been in a business for about 3 years, and we have about 900 clients. That includes normal users and companies, but in general, we have around 15,000 active merchants and clients who are using Silicon Pay. In general, we have around 30% women who are using the product. Of recent, we had about 500 women circles integrating into Silicon Pay. That is the women-led circles whereby they they implement the collection bit of the money into their circles using Silicon Pay. And then we also do the payouts for them, whereby in case someone is receiving funds, they're able to use the Silicon Pay app to do that. So women in the business are increasing because most of them are trying to move digital. So they are getting more attracted to the product as well. The COVID pandemic affected Silicon Pay in two ways. One was positive, the other one was negative. Let me start with the positivity. Positively, more people got to know the online service that we offer. They got to enhance the power of e-transactions, and actually they understood that this is the way to go. So in the long run, more people get to know about our products because that was the service they were requesting, they were interested in. Negatively, Silicon was affected in a number of ways. One of the ways is that most companies went remote, and then most of their services were not so much, since this was a new product that was coming into the market, people didn't know how to go about it. So it took them time to learn how transactions work, and that affected the business model that they are used to. In the long run, the clientele rate reduced, but along the way, it caught up after people understanding the value of e-transactions. As a FinTech entity, we implement a number of options that a number of customer-related compliance actions. That includes tied KYC. Before you get access to our platform, we need to verify your authenticity as an individual, as a company. And then on the terms of settlement, we settle in real time for the merchants who have been approved. If your account is not yet approved, we settle the next day after verifying the authenticity of the money and where it's going and where it's coming from. Startups are facing a major challenge in the field of FinTech, whereby of recent they introduced the Bank of Uganda certification that is that requires a lot for startups to get started into the business. But then in the long run, it's another advantage whereby people get trust in the field. But for startups, it's still hard for them to catch up with the requirements of reaching that level of being a FinTech in Uganda. We are in a progressive state whereby more people are trusting the service and more people are getting interested in the e-transactions. So we are on a growing curve. More companies are coming up, others are improving their services, such as real-time settlements. So like the state is just a growing curve. 40 Days for the FinTech helps companies like us in the FinTech field get known to the general public, and then bring our products on the front, whereby those who didn't know about Silicon Pay get to know Silicon Pay through 40 Days for the FinTech. And then in the long run, it grows our audience. And then among that, it grows our trust in the field, whereby people trust that if these guys can be on TV or something like 40 Days for the FinTechs, these guys are really legit and their products are worth investing in or starting to use them. To know more about us, simply visit www.siliconpay.com.
40 Days 40 FinTechs is presented in proud partnership with Crosslake Technologies, Modusbox, Modular Foundation, and Level 1 Projects.
Right about now, allow me to call my boss. Yeah, my boss, your Lord Mayor, my Lord Mayor, the CEO of HiPipo, Innocent Kawoya.
My good friend Victor Kamenyo has a song called Indulu, and I know what it means. So throw some mobile money as you throw the Ndulu at the same time, but you are almost welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 11th edition of the prestigious HiPipo Music Awards. I'm sure everything looks so beautiful, and I'm sure you've not seen anything like this, even at the Grammys. Yeah, I'm so sure. And I am also very happy that tonight, for the first time, my friend, I told him about 3 years ago, he was somewhere in Cote d'Ivoire, that the day when you will win a HiPipo Music Awards accolade, especially Artist of the Year, your life will totally change. And my friend Eddie Kenzo is nominated in the Grammys today because HiPipo Music Awards changed his life. And I'm not just taking credit, but I know for sure, and we're very happy and honored that one of our own is going. But like I always say, it's just a matter of time. Where there is Grammys, there will be HiPipo, and the story will change forever. But I'm even more excited and thankful to God that I've not seen rain even teasing us to happen. So tomorrow someone will say Tuli Balogo. And I'll be happy to hear everyone say that, because we are sponsored by God and it can't rain until when this event is done. So I was telling Alice of Fenon, I was asking them to get us a tent at our red carpet. And I asked her that, give me 2 hours. If I don't get back to you, don't get it. And that good voice of God told me that it won't rain, and here we are. Yeah. So we have so many reasons to thank God, but most importantly, I'm so glad that every one of you made time to come here today. Majority of you are people that I know and you are friends. So I'm happy that you made time to come to Music's biggest celebration that is sponsored by God. This will happen for as long as our children, the children of our children, the grandchildren of the children of our children live in this world. This will happen any other time. But I'm also very honored that some of the most important people I know in my life are also in this place here today. One is my big brother who started HiPipo. I brag about HiPipo because I'm the face. But I also always want to tell you that there is somebody else that I asked for only one tool when HiPipo was starting. I told him, give me an email address that has something like innocent at HiPipo. That's all I need, and I'll work at HiPipo. So I remember for many times I could leave school and come back every weekend to work at HiPipo. And the person who used to give me permission has been in jail for 13 years now. It's crazy. And but that's life anyway. And HiPipo made 18 years on 3rd of November, and we are above adolescence and we can't be defiled for so many reasons. And also, another very important person is, Mark, please wave to the people. You can't be hiding so much. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm also very glad that my mother and the mother of all of us, when I call her my mother, I'm personalizing this, but our mother is in this room as well. The mother of 3 very great men. I know we're very great, even if no one tells us. And we're not here for family. So I am so glad that she's here. And please, this is not about family, so don't go saying that, oh, they were talking about family. But most importantly, I didn't want to mention this other gentleman as I mentioned family, because people will go and say, this is about family. It's the first time I'm talking about my family members. I'm sure so many people didn't even know that Mark was my brother. But the other is our patron. I always refer to him as the chairman of the Most Generous Men's Association for so many reasons. Maybe for some reason, God sent him as an angel to us to cover so many spaces that we had for so many years. But he has been a supporter, he has been a believer. I don't know so many ministers that call you every day when you send them a WhatsApp message. But Honorable David Kalubanga calls me when I send him a random WhatsApp message to check and see how are things going. Do we have the money to run this project? What can we do? So I remember one time we were having trouble raising money, and he was coming from Hoima. I don't know whether he sold his tractor or his land. I don't know what he sold. But the only thing I remember is that he came with a bag full of 50,000 notes, and he told us, pick whatever you want. You go and pay whatever we need to have. We can never thank you enough, Honorable. Honorable, please wave to everyone. I know you're coming here. But Most importantly, but because I'm not going to mention, there are so many amazing people here. Some are this side where I'm looking, and some are this side, but so many great people. And all of you are very important people to this fraternity. So I welcome you all. Making 11 years of the HiPipo Music Awards and being the oldest and the longest serving awards in the region, probably in East and Central Africa, can never be something to joke about. Today, I will dare anyone who wants to have competition that try. When you start today, when you are 11, you shall be 22. And we're not saying no one should start. We're actually saying start, but serve and have a goal to play and have something to do to change this industry. As we brag about God, I equally brag about the fact that HiPipo has changed so many lives, as in so many lives. Some people we've met, some we've never met. Others have only watched things that we've done on the internet. But today, I can tell every one of you here that has an iPhone 13, 12, whichever it is, everyone that has an Android-enabled phone, whichever it may be, that you are using internet and doing whatever you're doing because HiPipo advocated for it, not because of anyone. So I'm also happy to brag about that. Otherwise, I welcome you all and I'm glad you made time and I thank God that He didn't train and we're all healthy.
Digital Impact Awards Africa, maximizing the digital dividend.
My doctor, your health, anytime, anywhere.
My doctor, your health, anytime, anywhere.
HiPipo Music Awards.
Obudde buzibe lwaki tokowa kuzanya werage nonyeza nebulwa zenembulwa werage mwanya takowa kuzanya wemba mufumu mbulira sunamo Chibunomo, tuyimbe chibunomo, 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 one more time, chibunomo, wanjakira nga ekiro wanabikira nga ekimera so walikolesebwa nze wennakulaba kuba nalowooza oli malayika mbaze munyenye mu bbanga nasaba oyitungulabiko wengateekata olubege nga kunoonya kunyetagiro Chibunomo, agondimba chibunomo, ayimba nange chibunomo, onekane kanye walero, oyaka gondi, pomwenya
kyokola manya kyokola ekyo yegwe teriyo mulimu mubi kasita oguyonja
amanya gwani
Sharp M
amanyago amatuufu
Musoke Emmanuel
oli muyimbi wayimba ki swaga bye biki
tulya swaga ne nakatole katwerira obulamu bwaffe
kiwandiika awo swaga okay kale tuweeyo omuyimbi kigosi